Hey guys, my name is Bella Young, and today I'll be interviewing Ruben and Jovi from Artisans Playhouse.
Vision in general with Artisans Playhouse is to have all kinds of arts to be able to offer to people.
Art in itself, it's such an outlet. Everything out there is so fast-paced, and if you can just put your focus into a craft.
I had such an amazing experience with my friends and family doing the rug turfing available at Artisans Playhouse. Continue watching this video as the owners explain their insights of the warehouse full of creativity and their goals for the future, along with video snippets as I make this adorable kawaii sushi rug. I think I pronounced it right.
January of last year was our first pottery class. A few months after, we added the tufting.
But the actual space we started creating 2019.
Because we used to have a car garage there, so this gentleman would fix cars, and then he left, and at that moment we decided we wanted to do the pottery, and we started cleaning it up, taking the grease off the floor, painting the walls, decorating the space, putting it all together. Right now, rug tufting classes, pottery classes, really almost every day. And then we do some different kinds of classes that we offer through other instructors that we let use our space. We've done shuffle dancing, miniature painting for like D&D and different role play games. And we plan on offering like a poetry slam, to be macrame class. We're working on block printing class. You might see behind us different bottles with scents because we're going to be doing candle making classes in the near future.
And all the scents are interchangeable too for soap.
Vision in general with Artisans Playhouse is to have all kinds of arts to be able to offer to people. In the future, we're going to be wanting to do like woodworking, sewing classes, dance classes, yoga, leather working, glass blowing, all those kinds of things all in one space. And the ideal situation would be to offer memberships. So people could pay for a monthly membership and be able to do any craft they want the day, depending on how they're feeling or what they want to work on.
I want to say that if you do take a look out there, this one is like a treasure hunter, so he loves to thrift and go looking for the quirkiest things, and if you really pay attention, they're actually purposely curated. Like all the birds are on one side, all of the faces on another side, so there's like a concept going. I want to say long-term goals is eventually to be able to be kind of like a thrift place on its own and for people to be able to do that, but as of now it's just more for ambiance. It's like a melting pot, which is kind of like what we are too. We're like a melting pot of artistry. And then in here, we want it to be different than out there. Something whimsical, magical almost. Once you step in here, we're hoping it can just be kind of like out of a storybook, like folklore. And that's why he also curated all of the vintage bottles and all of that.
Yeah, so we have like, as if they were potion bottles. We have like book pages on the roof, so it looks kind of fairy tale vibes. And we're planning on adding other features like wands where you put glitter, so it feels very magical.
And again, out there, it's more like you get to be who you want to be. You get to grow in the craft that you want to grow, and we also want to support local artists and be able to give them a platform to lead in their craft. So that's big for us. It's not about competition. Like, we want to be able to gather and be united and like support one another, you know, have craft nights and all that good stuff. So
it varies. Like, we have a lot of friends, and you know, people have reached out to us that whenever there is an opportunity or they wanted to host a class, we let them.
Students will be like, why do this? Like, could I do it here? I love that. It helps us grow, it helps them grow, and it creates what we want, like community, which is so important. Want to venture out and get in touch with our city and support small businesses. Pop-ups, we're doing one soon next month at like a vintage thrift shop. It's gonna be interesting, like throw and thrift, because throwing essentially is what pottery, the term is called.
We've also worked with like some musicians. We've done like an open mic here. We also did a pop-up in collaboration with Raw Figs, where it was like figure drawing here.
On our website, if you click view all classes, you'll see what is open on there. On Instagram, we try as much as we can to post frequent stories. It takes a village, it's a lot to keep up with. Every day I'm learning, making things more accessible, easy on the eyes, so people, you know, don't miss out on events.
We always post whenever we have like collab or event. The hardest part, for me at least, like lately I've been really feeling it, the amount of work it takes. It's a lot, especially since right now it's us two, and I mean, we have a sister that helps us sometimes. And of course our friends are always there to give us help, but like every day it's us two. You know, when we get to teaching, more relaxed. I mean, I'm here usually 10 to 12 hours almost every day except Monday. So lately I've been really feeling the hours. But I'm excited because I think soon we're gonna take like a few days off. But yeah, Monday is our day off, and then it's basically like home maintenance day. So it gets exhausting sometimes, for sure. But it feels worth it, being able to see like how much we're growing, and I feel like I'm also putting these hours and really trying to work as much as I can to grow this place as fast as we can. And I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I would second that. On the back end with techie stuff, which I'm not very techie, I try to think back to before we had a website, and I get so much anxiety because I had a planner. I'm like a chronic list maker, so I like crossing things out. Venturing into having a website and all of that, I would say like sometimes it's hard to keep up with managing our personal lives. We want this to grow, so it's not like it's a sacrifice. We love it. It's more of a life and less of a job for us. But the hours are, they do sometimes, you're like, aftermath.
And this has happened to us. You book a class and then you find out, oh wait, I had a doctor's appointment, or I had only put 5 spots because these people were coming to visit that day.
All the little technicalities.
Oh, what do we do?
What do we do? It's, you know, like, that's sometimes kind of like a roller coaster because we want everyone to feel supported, give them the best experience.
Hopefully we adapt well, and we've been able to find solutions to everything. Like for wheels down, I'll teach off the wheel, which is not as easy, but
learning about all the maintenance that goes into, you know, with these guns and these wheels being used as often as they are used, just being able to keep up with the maintenance of it, oiling, recycling clay, like all of that. Yeah, it comes down to the hours, the work.
Yeah. It sounds very stressful. How do you guys stay mentally sane? Like,
well,
we're not.
Well, I feel like just being able to see people like having a good time, seeing the space we created, realizing like, wow, 2 years ago we had 6 wheels, both working full-time jobs. Now I'm full-time here, she's part-time at her job. You know, so realizing like all the things we have accomplished definitely keeps me going, and the vision of the future. Also having our friends come here, because we do enjoy all these things ourselves as well, be able to do it with them.
And it really does take a village though. Like, yes, it's him and I, and of course we feel the weight of it because it's our business, but needless to say, the amount of support that we've gotten from our friends, they enjoy it, but also they believe in us. That also propelled us. I can't even count on both my hands the amount of friends that just shown up and like cleaned wheels for us. You know, everyone, all hands on deck, unexpected. Like in the midst of it, we're like, imagine if it was just us right now, like at 2 a.m. loading. You know, we don't ask for it, but they've showed up, and that's also been so beautiful to like have that support too.
Yeah, and our website, it's all because of a friend of ours, Sophia. She designed it, and her friend Camilo that put it all together. And honestly, I love our website. I couldn't hope for a better one. It's been the best, you know.
Camilo's been great. Comes to like anything, I think the business itself and even the website, you continue to grow, you're like, oh wait, we need this. And he's really made our website so powerful, and it's been nice to see all of that support and growth, like little by little.
Well, we do a lot of like reels. Well, she does a lot of reels. Get exposure depending on, you know, what it is. We do like TikTok, YouTube, but really I would say most of it has been like word of mouth through students, and we try to provide the best experience, and people post it and tell others, and then others come. So specifically, one made a TikTok video that like went viral. And it got 1 million views. So for like the next 2 months after that video, we were like booked for a whole month. So, you know, we always encourage people to make videos.
I'm hoping to venture into the world of like ads and all that stuff, but I want to say we haven't done any, which to me has been really nice to see all of the support that we've gotten from the people that have come. It has been word of mouth, and sometimes to us, like when we're here, like we see everything as like, so it's overwhelming, right? But then people come and the feedback, we're like, really, like thank you, and you feel like, okay, it's coming together, like, you know, it's not just like all this. Sometimes you're so busy you miss out on the little things, and then students remind you like, wow, it's so different from the last time I came. And we have our students that have come like 2 or 3 times, and we see them again, and that's also rewarding because we're like, okay, so they did feel good here, and that's what we want, like a safe space.
Sometimes I look at the post from a few months back and I'm like, whoa, what? Like, I can't believe it. Since we're always here and we're always making like adjustments, fixing things, cleaning and setting up new things, it kind of just feels like it is and always was this way. And when you see photos of the past, you're like, wow, like we've come so far.
We could share some of those with you too.
Yeah. Just the other day I saw the before when we first ever started, and this was just a warehouse. This was just empty with a drum set in one corner, and it's crazy to look at that picture now and be like, wow, like you'll see it, it's insane. I want to have all kinds of hobbies. I want to add sewing classes, woodworking, leatherworking, lamp working, which is a form of glass work. So, because glass blowing is a little dangerous, so lamp working is like melting little rods to make figurines and stuff.
We want to be able to have artists join,
like full-time teachers. Work on and expand the things we already have, but add all those things and more. I would love to have like some rock climbing walls. Once we do add enough things, we plan on getting an even bigger warehouse. Like, my vision is just, you see a giant warehouse, and in each section you see a different hobby all along the walls, and in the middle is a big stage, and in front of it is like different cafeteria tables, because that's kind of the vibes we're going for, right? People doing crafts, but then gathered in the middle, creating like a community where people just come.
I would love to say that we'll even be outside of like Florida one day. Or sometimes the business world, there's certain crafts, like everything is so cutthroat. We have nothing but respect for these artists. We want to be able to offer a space that really promotes kind of unity, where people can let that barrier down and like come together. It's healing, you know. I think that art in itself, it's such an outlet. Everything out there is so fast paced, and if you can just turn off all the noise, like put your focus into a craft, jam out, or even do karaoke like with a group and just like unwind. We want to be able to provide that space like for friends, for people, for artists from all walks of life. That's my vision. Like, I want to be able to create a safe space where people can come together and grow from one another, because I can tell you that every job I've even had outside of this, like, I can take something from, you know, because you learn, right? Like, from everything. We become like a melting pot for artists to come together. We want to promote unity, we want to promote community, which is very important to us, and it's really the heart of who we are. For me, outside of this, like my field, I work a lot with at-risk teens, and I worked in residential before foster care. I worked with special needs and now divergent children. Long term, I would love to be able to provide jobs for special needs children, for at-risk teens, even ex-convicts. Like, there's so many things that like people don't get a second chance sometimes, or like they go back to the same old life because they don't have a chance to start over. If we can provide like an outlet or a safe space even for people in recovery, that's something that's really close to my heart. But primarily community, and just being able to be with friends and like have fun and feel safe about what we're creating, just enjoy ourselves for sure.
Thank you to all our friends that have helped us create this. Definitely there have been times where, you know, we don't know how we could have done it without you guys. And I'm sure you guys are going to be there in the future too. And hopefully we can be there for you guys too.
And thank you. Bella Young, was it? Bella Young? Yes, I'm like, I know I got it right here. Thank you, because it's people like you know, that take like these few minutes out of your day and your time here with your friends to like ask us about us. And that's something that not everyone, you know, has that heart. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. All right.